the act of driving is so incredibly challenging.
It changes hour by hour and it interacts with my autism and ADHD.
How I feel on it versus how I feel when it wears off is so huge. And it's also the first day that I've actually forgotten to take it.
And then you lose a lot of motivation or you get really disheartened. It's all about all the different skills and tools that you can learn to support you alongside the medication.
It is day 4 taking ADHD medication after being diagnosed 6 days ago. I am currently hiding in the office because it's Saturday and my kids are home. So I am literally like stealing this little pocket of time to make this like my little video diary. I have no idea where we left off day 3. I think it was about 2 o'clock, which is actually about the time that the Vyvanse started wearing off. I found it very clear yesterday that it was wearing off. And I think the contrast between how I feel on it versus how I feel when it wears off is so huge that I didn't realize that I was living like that for so long, because I guess it was my normal. And now that my body has experienced an entirely different kind of normal, it's fascinating. It definitely wore off quite early, to the point where I had, maybe it was like a crash because my body's still adjusting, but I had to have coffee at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon because I just like hit a wall. And I'm a mother. I can't just hit a wall and be done for the day. I have to keep going for a long time. I slept great last night. I woke up this morning, and this happens often. I think it's linked to my hormones and my cycle. I woke up this morning basically heart racing, body incredibly tense, breaths short, and body physically shaking. Like I think it's slowly stopping now, but for the first 3 hours of the day, I was shaking. And that's just kind of something that happens to me normally. So I don't think it's a side effect of Vyvanse. I think that's just my body's like natural response to hormone fluctuations in my body. It's now 8:55. I feel like I can feel it slowly working because my muscles are starting to just relax, and I'm starting to shake less, and I'm finding it easier to like line my thoughts up and to do one thing after the other. And it doesn't feel as though everything is impossible and that I don't know where to start. It feels very possible. The world feels achievable. So day 4, we're looking good. Interestingly, I feel like I look forward to the next time I can take my dose. And I don't know if that is the addictive properties of the drug or if that's just stimulants in general. I also look forward to drinking my morning coffee. I'm still going to see this out for a month to see if it's just the fact that I really like feeling grounded and centered and clear, or if it is the addictive nature of the drug. I don't know, but I'm keeping my eye out for that feeling to make sure it doesn't start to become a problem.
Day 7, and it's been a few days in between updates because I think we were just kind of experiencing much of the same, and then it was the weekend and I didn't feel like there was much more to report. I noticed considerably yesterday that it just wasn't working. Thank you. Oh, you're drawing. Oh, you're drawing on the plate. Do we draw on things that aren't paper? We don't draw on things that aren't paper, my friend. Let's have a look at how things went because I'm taking notes. I've noticed that it definitely, most days, day 3, 4, 5, it wears off around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Did you draw on the table? No, thank you. Please draw on the book or I will put the pen away, okay? On day 5, it felt like I had a big crash around 7 p.m, but that also could have just been a change in my hormones because I was in like the predicted ovulation phase of my cycle. Do you want me to help you draw his hat or his boots like this? Is that better? And that one too? Okay, I can draw on that. My son has been unpredictably napping for the last like 4 days, to the point where he just hasn't been napping at all some days. So I can't really record this at any other time. So we're just going to try and do it while he's awake. I had a crash around 7, and I do tend to have crashes between 5 and 7 in a hormone, like, I don't know which part of my cycle it is because I haven't had a normal cycle in 6 years because I was either pregnant or breastfeeding. Did you draw on yourself? Oh no. Can you draw on the paper, please? And then before that, I was on contraceptives my entire life, so I don't even know what a cycle looks like. But I do have daily hormone cycle variations, and it changes hour by hour, and it interacts with my autism and ADHD. So it wouldn't surprise me if it also interacts with the medication. My friend, are you drawing on your leg? Please don't draw on your feet, Tar. I need the pen back now. You can use the yellow one that doesn't have any ink in it. Let's swap. You use this pen. All done. All done. We don't draw on our feet. Thank you. Yeah, you drew all over your legs. I saw. Now we can't use this pen anymore. We'll try again tomorrow, okay? Not today. Day 5, I said that I've had a headache every day so far. But I also had a headache for a couple of days before that, so I could just be getting sick. I didn't wake up with a headache today, actually, so maybe whatever is happening is almost gone. Yesterday, day 6, just sucked because it literally did not work, and my anxiety was sky high, and my brain was scattered, and it was a work day, and I really needed to get work done, and I just desperately struggled. So I think in terms of me questioning whether the medication is working, yes, it is, because on days where it's bad, I really notice it. Are you driving your truck? And today, day 7, I don't have a headache. I slept fine. I wasn't on duty waking up with my son last night. My husband was on duty. We switch off each night who wakes up to him because he wakes up quite a lot. We're happy to wake up to him, so we just kind of trade off so that no one ends up more cooked than the other. So yeah, I think it's working today. It's doing quite a good job. I guess we'll keep looking at it, figuring out whether I need to get up a dose or add like a short-term step if that's recommended. This update has to be finished because my little one is not interested anymore. Bye.
It is day 10 on Vyvanse. And it's also the first day that I've actually forgotten to take it. Oh, I've actually forgotten to literally take it. I need to take it straight after I film this, I guess. Obviously, there's been some gaps between our updates, and that's because things haven't necessarily been exactly the same every day, but I do think that we probably need to start spacing these updates out a bit because it interacts with so many things, right? Like today, I feel like I'm about to climb out of my skin, like claw at myself, but I didn't feel that way when I woke up. But yesterday, I felt that way when I woke up, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a bad day. It's probably not going to work very well because the last time I woke up shaking and like fidgety and stuff like that, like very like just wired in my body, it flat out didn't work. But yesterday, it not only worked like spectacularly well, like I could feel it take effect to the point where like when I'm having a really bad like focus attention day, I don't know, ADHD day, I guess it is called, if we're gonna, now that we know what it is, when I'm having a really bad day like that, just the act of driving is so incredibly challenging because my focus is so hard. I have to work so hard to pay attention to all the different singular elements of the road. And yeah, it takes so much out of me to do that. And so it started kicking in as I was driving from my daughter's school to my work. And the contrast between taking my daughter to school versus driving to work, once it kicked in, I was just like, it was a pleasant experience driving, and I didn't have to concentrate super hard. I just existed and drove and effortlessly was able to monitor the entire surroundings, whereas before that it was so hard. So anyways, I'm just repairing my daughter's little snake. So today is day 10 and it's 9 o'clock. This is the latest I think I've ever taken it, so I don't know what's going to happen when I take it in terms of like sleep tonight. I might have to take melatonin or something to go to sleep with it. A lot of people have talked to me about like when it is and isn't effective. And they're like, yep, you need to eat protein with it, which cool. Like I was told about that. You can't take vitamin C when you have it. You also shouldn't drink too much caffeine with it. So I probably shouldn't have the coffee that I was going to make just now. I need to get some decaf coffee because I like the ritual of drinking coffee, even if it's not actually caffeinated. I think like it's working pretty well, despite being in my luteal phase where some days it literally just hasn't worked. Other days it's worked quite well. And I don't know if that's because I'm still like kind of weaning onto it, or if I simply just had that natural variation even within like certain phases of my cycle. I haven't noticed a ton of negative side effects. Like there's a lot of people saying, or like even my doctor said that it can affect like hunger cues and you can forget to eat, so you need to make sure that you're eating. I don't think it necessarily has done that. I don't know, but it's definitely, it doesn't feel as intense as it did when I first started. So I don't know if that means that we need to go up or not. I've definitely noticed that like the way I was looking forward to having it again the next day, I don't have that anymore, given by the fact that I literally forgot to take it. And that might just be that I was like looking forward to experimenting again to see what my experience was the next day. And now we have 10 days of exemplars to evaluate. And it's now like, because I know that it's not always effective, I guess I don't have that like same like drive to want to take it. It's not addictive to me at all, I don't think, because I've forgotten to take it. And I'm not preoccupied by it and I'm not looking forward to my next hit, essentially. I'm just existing, and it is a very effective tool that does work sometimes, but not always. So I don't know if that means we need to look at the different medications and tweak it, but I definitely know that the way I feel right now is like super anxious for no reason. And I think that's like my internal hyperactivity. We'll see how we go. I have a psych follow-up in 2.5 weeks. So we'll find out then if it changes.
I think there's something really important to talk about that I think I forgot about talking about earlier. Actually, there's a few things. The first one is that people think that ADHD medication is like a one-stop shop, it'll fix all of your problems straight away kind of thing. And then you lose a lot of motivation, or you get really disheartened, and like your adherence to the treatment plan or to seeking help for your ADHD just plummets, because it's not a foolproof plan. It's not going to just fix your brain. Yes, medication is a tool, but it's a tool that needs to be used in a suite of tools. So, for example, it's not just medication. You also need to sleep well, which is like I can't control because I have a little baby. But at least I know that when I don't sleep well, my brain is going to be a lot fuzzier because I have ADHD and sleep heavily affects that. And it also means that the medication can't quite do as much. It's not that it's not working, it's just that it has to carry a heavier load. Some days are just going to be days where the medication feels like it's not working as much and it's not worth it. But if there are days where it does work, then that tells me that it's got a lot more to do with whether I ate properly, whether I slept properly, where I'm at in my menstrual cycle. Hormones are a huge, huge impact on ADHD, right? It's the same as antidepressant medication. When you take that medication, it doesn't stop you from feeling so anxious, like you can't breathe. It gives you a little bit of time to use other tools to help you manage it. So when I started antidepressant medication, I already knew because of my degree that it wasn't going to fix me, and it was going to take a long time too, because it's not like Vyvanse. You don't just feel it 2 hours after taking it. It takes weeks. But I knew that it would be a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, which meant that it would leave the serotonin in my brain a little bit longer. And when it left the serotonin in my brain a little bit longer, that meant that I had a little bit more time and my anxiety was a little bit more slowed down to help me get on top of it, which meant I still needed to do the therapy and I still needed to develop those skills. What I'm learning through this, like uncovering that it is ADHD and understanding my brain and taking ADHD medication, which yes, does help, it's not all. It's exactly like antidepressant medication. We still need to use other tools, but the ADHD medication actually makes it so that we can think of those tools. Trying to eat better was so demotivating and so hard to do before. Now that I have medication that's like actual efficacy relies on whether I eat a high protein breakfast, means that I prioritize that because I know that it's going to help. I know that it's going to make my brain feel better, and that's amazing. And it's not something I knew before. It's all about all the different skills and tools that you can learn to support you alongside the medication. The medication is not the only method. And so when you take this medication and it has a variable effect, it means looking around at what else is going on in your life, in your diet, in the tools that you have around you, in the job that you have around you, the rest of your mental health. And yes, it is amazing.
It has helped me so much in so many areas, even just physiologically, to feel less anxiety. But it's still not a one-stop fix, and that is okay. And knowing that means that we can keep on improving. I think one of my next stops, once I have a little bit more brain space and get past this diagnosis and like moving on to the medication, is to actually go and find an ADHD specific therapist who can help me to build structures and support systems that help my brain, not hinder it. So anyways, the more you know.